All right, it's time for the 2020 Golfing Around, well, best equipment. I don't even know what you call it. The best equipment, because we get a lot of equipment in here golfing around. Let me take my golf club off real quick here. We get in golf gloves, which we've had zero friction through the years, some of the best golf gloves. Great golf shoes too, of course the squares that were sent to us this year, they're outstanding. But every year we got to go and choose the best equipment that we reviewed all year long. And it's time for you to figure out too what the best equipment is too. Knuth Golf. Knuth Golf. They make the high heat, well, they make drivers, they make fairway woods, they make hybrids. And I got to tell you something. These guys, Dean Knuth, who owns Knuth Golf, imagine that, Knuth Golf being owned by a guy named Dean Knuth. These are some of the very best, well, boutique style clubs out there.
The United States Golf Association limits how long a golf ball can stay on the face of drivers and metal woods. The longer the ball makes contact with the club face, the more flexible the metal face is, and the ball travels further. This is the trampoline effect. A rule change now allows an increase in the trampoline effect toward the outside of the club face. The new High Heat 257 Plus technology takes advantage of this change, and the benefits for golfers are profound.
It's fantastic. The off misses that I've had with this club so far have been just phenomenal. I just proved it right here on the driving range.
Well, I was amazed when I was asked to try to hit it on the toe. The ball flight didn't change from the center hit. Just the same trajectory, the same line, no distance loss.
I have been playing with the High Heat and I absolutely love them. But today, if I hit it at the toe or at the heel, guess what? It goes the same distance. So I'm sold.
It's like you played baseball with a wooden bat and you hit a home run. You almost didn't feel it. You could hit it almost anywhere on the club face. That ball just jumped off the face like nothing else I've hit.
Oh my God. When technology makes a big splash in the golf industry, it's big news. High Heat's 257 Plus, not only will they get increased distance on toe and heel hits, but they get the same feel that they have on center hits. Confidence is the key.
Ball speed is the #1 factor in how far you hit the golf ball. I was amazed at how straight the ball was going when I'd have a miss hit on the toe or even on the heel. On average, I was 20 yards longer than any of the major brand companies when I was hitting the toe shots using the High Heat driver.
The High Heat 257 Plus, making the impossible possible.
These clubs from High Heat help me, the high handicapper. Now you gotta understand about Knuth and Dean Knuth, the guy who invented these golf clubs, okay? First of all, he helped invent the USGA handicap system. That's right, the guy who helped create the USGA's handicap system got into club making. Now look, the brain pan on Dean Knuth is massive. I mean, this guy could be a NASA space scientist, rocket type of guy. The guy is an absolute genius. He's put that genius to work in creating his own line of clubs, boutique style clubs, drivers, hybrids, fairway woods. His no bounce soles on both the fairway and the hybrids have helped my game this year. Again, I'm a high handicap, okay? I don't repeat a swing very well. That's the key to success for a professional golfer, repeating that swing. High Heat clubs do two things for me. One, they correct bad swings somehow for me, and because of the technology, the trampoline effect on the face of the clubs, look at those beautiful clubs. Dean knows technology, he knows science, he knows the USGA rules. What he's done is created the maximum trampoline effect when the ball hits the club face. The trampoline effect does several things. It launches, High Heat 257, stick with me, launches your ball higher. You know those pretty arcing shots we all love? That's what High Heat golf clubs does for me. I have hit literally some of the very best shots this year, playing from Wellboyne to Fox Chapel to Oakmont, all over the country this year. Some of the best shots I've had on uphill lies, and I mean I have smoked it, 230, 240 uphill with the High Heat 257 fairway. I'm telling you, man, it's a 3 fairway. This thing works remarkably. They have a trampoline effect again off the face. No catch on the sole. I don't know how these guys, look at that. It's like a spaceship flying to the planet golf. 2020 golfing around, equipment of the year right there. High Heat golf clubs. They are the winner, and you've got to be a winner too, and go check them out.
We are just totally dedicated to designing golf clubs for amateur golfers, and so amateurs have different requirements than what the major brands give them, because the major brands are designed for the pros who advertise and play them.
2 or 3 years ago, the United States Golf Association changed the limit on how hot the face can be. For over 25 years, they've always limited it to be a 257 across the entire face. And 2 years ago, they said, well, if anyone can figure out to make it hotter on the toe and the heel, you can go up to 275, trampoline effect. Well, this was like the greatest opportunity possible for amateur golfers, because amateur golfers hit on the toe and the heel on average about 50% of the time.
Our clubs have a deeper and lower center of gravity. They're much more forgiving, straight, easier to launch. And then the face of all of our clubs, our drivers, our fairways, and hybrids, are titanium, and they're designed internally so that they're as hot in the center as they are everywhere. So you can hit it on the toe and the heel, doesn't matter. You get the same distance, because amateurs do miss the center of the face about half the time.
Our clubs are not at all like major brands in two or three major importances. In addition to having our new technology, we have all titanium faces. Major brands, fairway woods and hybrids are made of steel faces. That's why amateurs, we say, stop blaming your swing. You're playing with clubs that are steel faces and have very low trampoline effect.
Internally, there are 3 trampolines inside, which allow us to bring not only the center up to high speed, but both sides. So it doesn't matter which part of the face that you hit. What thrills us is not the amount of revenue that we have, because we are an emerging company. What thrills us is when we get phone calls and emails from happy golfers who said, "You've really helped my game."
Say hello to your new best friend. High Heat golf clubs, man. High Heat golf clubs. Well, guess what? I'm gonna give away at the end of the season one of my demo models that High Heat sent to me. Could be the fairway, it could be, well, the old baffler as they used to call it. All you have to do to enter to win is like and share Golfing Around Facebook page, Golfing Around the Caribbean Facebook page. At the end of the year, some lucky winner is gonna win a High Heat. Well, you could win the fairway or the baffler, as I call it. One lucky person will be selected to win my demo models I'm using this year on Golfing Around. Clubs, go check out their products at knuthgolf.com. High Heat Golf, I'm telling you, if you play these, you're gonna fall in love with them. So there it is, one lucky person at the end of the year is gonna win one of these 2 clubs. Like, share, Golfing Around the Caribbean, and it could be yours. High Heat, baby. Bring the heat and bring it high. High Heat. All right, as we begin this year's Golfing Around equipment review, how do you like these sunglasses I'm styling? Yeah, baby. go to R-E-K-S. R-E-K-S. I should be a cheerleader for these guys, man. You gotta love these sunglasses. Look at this. You can't, they're unbreakable. They're unbendable. They're unbreakable. Look at these things. Look. Oh, maybe I'll take it off this way too hard. Maybe you run over them with your golf cart. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. We're gonna run over our reeks with a golf cart to show you how unbreakable they are, man. Your golf glasses are so important when you're out there. You gotta read the greens, right? If you buy cheap Dollar General glasses, you're not gonna have a good time on a golf course. I'm telling you, they make some of the best glass sunglasses out there. Stylish, affordable, unbreakable, completely unbreakable. Look at that. How are you gonna break that? You can't. So for the piece de resistance, to show you how flexible and how unbreakable Rick's golf court glasses are, and you got to go get some for your next round of golf, I will now run over them with my golf cart. Ooh. Look at that, man. Still intact completely. A little muddy. They're a little muddy, but let me tell you something. If you can run over your golf glasses, sunglasses, with a golf cart, they're unbreakable. They're unflappable. Like a par 3 into the wind over the water at Augusta on Championship Sunday. They're unbreakable. They're unflappable. R-E-K-S sunglasses. Check them out.
Break the sweat, not your glasses. RexOptics.com.
They're called squares, and once you've played a round in them, you won't want to play another round in anything else. These completely new performance golf shoes will improve your stability and balance, and it's been proven in science. Balance equals power. There you go.
Hey, how important are your golf shoes to you? I mean, are you just wearing the ones the kids got you for Father's Day, or maybe your wife or fiance or your husband or spouse or somebody gave you, or maybe old Uncle Crazy Larry found his extra pair of FootJoys from 1972 and you're just getting started out in golf, so you put them on and you're wearing them. Well, I got to tell you something. As a guy who has, well, back problems from L2 all the way down to L5, my golf shoes are just like my running shoes, just like my workout shoes. They're very, very important to me. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Listen up. You got to get Squares golf shoes. Squares golf shoes. First of all, they're good enough for Sir Nick Faldo, who started wearing them and loves them. I've been wearing them for all golf season now. My back feels great. Sometimes if I wear the wrong shoe, I got to go to the chiropractor, and I'm not golfing, I'm not working out for weeks. Let me show you my Squares golf shoes so you understand what I'm talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go down there and get these things off. That's the thing about the laces. We'll talk about the laces first. It's hard to get off because, wham, there's my Squares golf shoes. First of all, why they're called Squares. See that tip? Well, before we start, the guy that started this, Bob, used to work for Arnold Palmer Golf Equipment. Okay, that's pretty good. See that tip? That's why they're called Squares. You know what that does? Allows your toes to open up instead of being pushed in. Think about this. The more your toes are out there, the more grip they have. Yeah, makes sense, right? Your foot rolls better on each shot. These guys actually have data from the USGA that proves that their shoes gives you distance while you're hitting a golf ball. Yeah, see the cleats? They're not just randomly put there. They're put on your pressure knobs on your foot to provide more balance. You know, there's so much to love about these shoes. They're completely waterproof. I played with them this year in a rainstorm, no problem. Tell you one of the things. Remember I said I was going to talk about the laces first? Well, I'm going to talk about them now. The way the guys have designed these laces, they come with little nubs on them. See those little nubbies there? Guess what? Once you tie them, they don't become untied throughout the round. Now look, I know tying your shoes is no big deal, but the grip that the reason you're doing that is to keep the shoe tight around your foot and provide stability. These nubs on the shoelaces catch, and that's it. Once you tie them once, that's where they are stabilized on your foot. I can't say enough about Squares golf shoes. I really, really can't. I mean, they're incredible. Sir Nick Faldo is wearing them now. A couple other pros are starting to wear them. Look, these are the 2020 golf shoes of the year, Squares golf shoes. I'm telling you, man, it feels like you're wearing sneakers and slippers after 18 hard holes. So there you go. Go check out Squares golf shoes and you'll know what I'm talking about. They're unbelievable.
So Bob, I want to congratulate you on your mission to make this part of the equipment, because, you know, I genuinely was one of those guys struggling because footwork just wasn't working for me, tired my feet out. As simple, that's absolute 100% honest. I didn't know what the real answer was. You know, I started trying different companies, as simple as that. Started wearing different shoes, see which ones work for me. And finally, when I clicked on and discovered these, it's made a difference. I can promise you, you sold me on it. I'm obviously delighted now to be part of the company, to join in and be your spokesperson, because I only do something like this if I genuinely 100% believe in it. So congrats. Glad to be part of your team. And all I would say is give it a try. Simple as that. Get yourself a pair and give it a go and make a full follow through, maybe for the first time for a long time, maybe the first time in your career. But I'm pretty confident you will feel the difference physically and technically, and maybe a shot or two at the end of the day on your golf score.
Guess what? Don't tell anybody, but Nick Faldo, Sir Nick Faldo, I got a pair of his brand new shoes, golf shoes, Squares. They're unbelievable, years in the making. You ought to see these things, and you could win your own free pair. All you gotta do is like and share the Golfing Around Facebook page and the Golfing Around the Caribbean Facebook page, and you're gonna win. Well, one lucky winner is gonna win a pair of Squares golf shoes. They're the newest, coolest thing on the, well, in the world, the universe, the golf universe. Here, wait a minute, let me show you. I'll take the shoes off my own Squares off my own feet to show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute, there they are. Oh. Look at these babies, Squares golf shoes. Unbelievable. The technology that went in, hello, there you are. The technology that went into these things is amazing. The shoelaces alone will stop and keep a grip. They won't, you know how you gotta tie your shoes all the time during the course of a round? Not these with Squares. Why are they called Squares? Look at that tip, it's not rounded. There's a technology that goes into it. Look at these. See the cleats at the bottom? The soft spikes, they are engineered to specifically go with the way your foot moves, your feet move while you're golfing. So anyway, like and share the Golfing Around Facebook page and the Golfing Around the Caribbean Facebook page, and at the end of the year, one lucky person is gonna win, well, a beautiful, not my shoes, I'm not giving you my shoes, we'll get you a brand new set of Squares golf shoes. Think of it this way, if they're good enough for Sir Nick Faldo, they're good enough for you. So like, share the Golfing Around Facebook page, Golfing Around the Caribbean Facebook page. All right, I gotta put my shoes back on. Like, share, Golfing Around. Like, share, Golfing Around the Caribbean. One lucky person is going to be selected to win a pair of Nick Faldo's shoes. Well, they're not actually Nick Faldo's shoes, but he wears Squares shoes, and it's a long story. Anyway, I got to go put my shoes back on. Like a whirlwind. A couple years ago, there was a company around called Nike Golf. Nike Golf. Nike Golf isn't around anymore, but you know that, right?
What do you mean the resin's more stable? My rubber cores are fine.
Solid rubber?
It's not a tyre, it's a golf ball. I'll keep hitting my wound cores, thanks. Wound cores? Don't be a nincompoop, you'll ruin the game. I'll hit my gutties, thanks.
Gutty? The feathery is the perfect ball.
Feathery?
I want to hear the clink of solid wood. Now that's golf.
Golf? Oh, you clot, Paul.
What's wrong with the sports we have?
So what do you think happened to the guys who were making golf balls for, say, I don't know, a young man named Tiger Woods? You've probably heard of Tiger Woods, right? Well, guess what? They were making some of the best golf balls on the planet for Tiger, other tour players, and you, the amateur golfer hacker like me. Well, these guys created the technology for Nike golf balls. Well, they didn't go down, you know, not fighting. So they created their own brand, RZN, man, RZN. They're unbelievable. They make a ball for, well, distance. They make a softball for guys like me who drop another ball in the green and are good with their wedges and around the greens. They make a softball for that too. There's so much technology that goes into these golf balls. I know there's a lot of cheap balls out there these days, you know, because it's one of the last things you think about after you've paid for your round of golf and your new golf club. You're like, okay, I'm gonna play a cheap ball. Guess what happens with cheap golf balls? Yeah, they don't perform. Dude, ladies, why are you not playing the best balls out there? Yeah, ask yourself, why are you spending money on cheap golf balls? You know, I could name a few, but I won't. Nike Golf transformed it into RZN, man. They make the distance ball, they make the softball, they put a lot of thought and time. The same technology that Tiger Woods and Nike trusted with these gentlemen to design the very best golf balls on the planet are now part of their own line of golf balls, man. Resin core, well, I don't want to get into all their secrets, what makes their balls so great and go far and dance around greens, but these guys know what they're doing with RZN golf balls, man. Go out, check them out, play them once, play them twice, and you're gonna fall in love with them like I did. There they are, baby, they're beautiful. You know, as part of our annual equipment review this year, normally we do wedges and drivers and balls and shoes, oh my. This will be the first time ever that, well, we're giving a recommendation and a review for your shaft. And I'll tell you why we're doing this year. I reached out to a certain club maker. They sent me a brand new club. They're an off brand. They're trying to make a comeback. And after about 12 hits, the shaft broke. Yeah, the shaft broke right underneath the handle and the grip, as it were. The handle, the grip. And all of a sudden the shaft broke. But I liked what the head was doing on the driver. So what do when your shaft breaks? You call the guys at Pro's Choice Shafts. Why? Because they got 31 years of experience of making this little sucker right here. Now you're gonna say, you know, a shaft is a shaft is a shaft. No, it isn't. And I'm gonna tell you why, man. Their Tour AD line is exceptional, really is. Their tapered technology, there's a lot of thought and process that goes into this. Man, they got so many for your drivers, for your wedges, for your irons, for your hybrid, fairway woods. They've got the shaft that you need. So much so is your shaft important. You need to go get fitted for your shafts. Yeah, believe it or not, a shaft has all the graphite properties that can make this, well, this is my ping, go faster, further, more accuracy and distance. Accuracy and distance, you know, that's that thing on a golf course all of us would love to have more of, accuracy and distance. Pro's Choice Shafts, man, that's what they do for you. Their tapered technology will do that for you. Look, if you need a new shaft for your woods, your irons, your drivers, try their Tour AD line, man, AD line, the AD line as I call it. Their fast taper technology will help you. Man, it will help you. Greater club head control, greater club head speed. Their carbon fiber technology, all of that goes into you being a better golfer. I can't say it enough. Think about it. The cheap shaft that broke on me this year, well, I could never recommend that club. And I felt bad about that. It was a good head on that driver, but I can't recommend it. The shaft broke. The shaft now is outstanding. It's wonderful. So do yourself a favor. Go get your shafts, go get some new shafts, graphite technology, taper technology from Pro's Choice. I'm telling you, they're unbelievable, and you're gonna play a better game of golf.